This is a presentation from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Liberty Lady Flames softball is on the air.
Dots, team of destiny, is going to the Supers. Liberty knocks off the #1 overall seed in this NCAA tournament, the first time that's ever happened.
After last year's historic run to the Super Regionals, the Lady Flames are ready to take the next step on the quest for postseason glory.
First pitch from Kat Carter is drilled to right field. The ballpark's not going to hold this. Grand slam! Swung on, missed. The Lady Flames win back-to-back CUSA championships.
Winners of back-to-back Conference USA titles, and after 5 straight trips to the postseason, the Lady Flames are ready to once again go toe-to-toe with the best teams in the nation.
Roberts, fly ball, left center field, well hit, error on the run, can't get it! That ball's down up against the wall. Liberty beats Virginia on a stunner from Brooke Roberts. Strikeout ends the ball game. Liberty comes to UNC, and the Lady Flames knock off the Tar Heels.
This is your home for Liberty Lady Flames softball. Hear the live play-by-play from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. This is Liberty University softball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. You're locked into the Lady Flames On Deck Circle, presented by Bojangles. Stay tuned for an in-depth look at today's game, including our pregame chat with head coach Dot Richardson. Liberty Lady Flames softball is brought to you by Bojangles' famous chicken and biscuits. It's Bo time. Carter Bank, life lived full. Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Lynchburg Nissan, nobody beats our prices, nobody. And by Rogers Heating and Cooling, servicing Greater Lynchburg's HVAC and electrical needs. Now we take you live to the ballpark for exclusive pregame coverage of Liberty softball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.
And welcome into Newark, Delaware, where the Lady Flames are getting ready to defend their Conference USA championship. Long road ahead. They're working out of the #3 seed, so they've got an extra game to play than in years past. But you're 4 wins away from claiming the title, and even though it has been a little bit of an up-and-down season for the Lady Flames, they could get right back on track with a solid few days here in Delaware, and they're going to start off by playing Louisiana Tech. Louisiana Tech had to go through a play-in game to get to this point. They were 15-12 during the regular season in Conference USA, and overall coming into the tournament 29-23. Now 30-23 because they beat FIU earlier today in an extra inning affair, 2-1, a pitcher's duel. They get a run in the 8th inning, make that hold up, and they move on to play the Flames that have been waiting around all day. They, of course, have not played yet in this tournament, and this was originally a 7:30 start time. That's somewhat unrealistic when you have to play 4 games in one day, that everything is going to fall inside a 2.5-hour time frame. But also, the game previous to this was a high-scoring affair that saw the host school, Delaware, beat New Mexico State, and that slowed things down a little bit as well. For a moment, as I bring in Joe Carmody onto the broadcast, it seemed like that game might be a run rule, and it actually might finish up fast, and this game might have started somewhere around the 7:30 time we originally thought. But that didn't end up being the case. So the Lady Flames have been waiting around for their first chance, and it seems like they're chomping at the bit to get a shot at this Louisiana Tech team that swept them in Lynchburg a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, and it's really been a turn of fortunes for these two teams. Liberty won the first 11 meetings, including all against Louisiana Tech, including all 5 last year. Eliminated Louisiana Tech from the conference tournament each of the last 2 years. Kind of held an edge big edge in the series. A couple weekends ago, senior weekend, La Tech got the sweep. They took advantage of some sloppy play in the ninth inning to pull out that game, won the next two. So they're on an 8-game winning streak. They got a lot of confidence. Obviously had to play that play-in round. They got off to a tough start in conference. Lady Flames, they've got it done on the road this year, 13-2 in conference on the road. So something about the road environment, the locker room, camaraderie. They're you got a few less distractions they deal with back home. Out on the road, it's more of a family environment out here. So, and like you said, it's a little different path than in years past. Been the 1 or 2 seed each the last 9 or 10 years, but one more game, let's do it.
You sound like Coach Dot Richardson, who we're going to hear from after this quick timeout here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
It's bow time. Carolina legends aren't born. They're handmade, only in Bo's Real Southern Kitchen. It all starts with fresh, never frozen chicken marinated for 24 hours in a flavor-packed blend of bold Southern seasonings. Then we hand bread and fry it to crispy, juicy, mouth-watering perfection. That's not just any chicken, that's the Carolina legend. Order some Bojangles and taste what everyone's been craving since 1977. It's bow time.
Thousands of our teammates make and deliver 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally. From the heartland to the coast, in big cities and small towns. Our products are moving, and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose, and we love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local bottler.
Turn up the heat. Foster Fuels is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. Fostering warm moments for 100 years, Foster has been providing exceptional propane and gas services throughout Central Virginia and surrounding areas. From propane to fireplaces and tank installs to tankless water heaters, Foster does it all. Visit fosterfuels.com or download the app to order fuel, pay your bill, and more. Get the customer service you deserve and turn up the heat with Foster Fuels and the Liberty Flames.
Rogers Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Plumbing. Your certified Generac backup generator experts. Online at callrogers.com.
You're listening to pregame coverage of Lady Flames softball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. This is the Lady Flames On Deck Circle, presented by Bojangles. Time now for our pregame chat with Liberty head coach Dot Richardson. This portion of the show is presented by Rogers Heating and Cooling. Schedule your service at callrogers.com.
Well, Coach, now you know who you're playing. It's a short turnaround, but I know you had your eye on both FIU and Louisiana Tech coming into this week. But now that you know that it's Louisiana Tech, what do they pose? I know you'd love to have that series with them back when you lost 3 at home a couple weeks ago.
Well, it's kind of like I told the team, if you watch the movie The Hunger Games, one of the saying is the odds are in your favor. Louisiana Tech beat us 3 out of 3. We call that they swept us. And so we did not perform very well. But we actually did. They just performed better, and we made some mistakes on defense. We performed pretty well. One game we had 11 hits, scored 7 runs, but still didn't win. It was the senior weekend. So that is behind us, but it's always good to learn from the past. And so we have seen all of their pitchers. We've seen all of their hitters. We have the scouting report, just like even if we were to play FIU. But La Tech ended up pulling it out in extra innings against Florida International. And so we're going to be facing them. I'm excited. They have different looks with their pitchers. They have some big hitters in number 1 and number 2. And then you jump down to their number 9. We got to keep 1, 2, and 9 off the bases. And that's going to be key.
What allowed them to, I guess, score as much as they did in that series back in Lynchburg?
Well, there were a lot of walks. There were a lot of free bases. There were also, they just hit the ball. We would have runners in scoring position and we didn't produce. But they would get runners in scoring position with 2 outs and they would produce. So we were walking the wrong people. Like we were walking 6, 7, 8, 9 and having to throw to 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not smart. So let's see how it goes today. Camden will be in the circle. She's been throwing really well. She does have, some swelling in her forearm. So let's see how long she can go.
I guess that leads to the next question as far as you got to win 4 games at least in the next couple of days. How do you massage the pitching staff?
Well, first, it's easier if you stay in the winner's bracket. Enough said about that, right? You stay in the winner's bracket. But the other is you have to think which players hitting and defensively are on, right? Like there's always times when you look at tournament play and people just rise to the occasion. Paige Dorr did last year. She was my MVP for last year in our conference tournament. She just turned it on. So let's see, hopefully all of us will turn it on. And pitching wise, Cam has been really focused, but if she can't get it done, we have Abby Finley and we also have Danner Allen. So we got G-Mike, you have Yoder, so we have Nesbitt. We have a lot that could come in and we'd have to pitch by committee. But I'm hoping we score a lot of runs and then we don't have to keep throwing Cam too long.
And it's the last question as far as the Ortho Virginia injury report. You mentioned Cam being a little bit sore, but overall, what's the team look like?
Well, Savannah Jessie seems to be getting better with the bruise that she had on a few of her bones in her foot. So she's walking a lot better. Savannah Watley had a really rough day yesterday, had a CT scan, but she seems to be good today and ready to go, and she has a brand new bat, so she's excited about that. But really that's about it. I think, there's a little tape job on Ella Fox, but I think she's doing pretty well. So, hey, God is good.
This time of year, everybody's probably got a little tape somewhere.
Oh, you're right. There are bumps and bruises, but this is what the whole season is about, you guys. It's this conference tournament. This year we must win it. We will not get an at-large bid, so the winner of this tournament will have an automatic bid to NCAA postseason regionals and super regionals in the World Series. So this is a time when we really need to shine and be consistent. And let's see if we can do that tonight.
We wish you the best.
Thanks so much. I appreciate you, Jamie. And all of you listening, just want to say thank you. Thank you for believing in us and following us. And want to say God bless each and every one of you. And go Flames.
Those were the thoughts of Liberty head coach Doc Richardson. And we are ready to play some softball. Flames, the higher seeded team, as the 3, taking on the number 7, Louisiana Tech. So the Flames will be the home team, wearing the white uniforms from top to bottom, some red stirrups, socks along the way. Louisiana Tech and their powder blue uniforms with red helmets and socks. Pitching matchup for this game, Camden Anders for Liberty, the sophomore, 12-6 on the year, 3.03 ERA. This is her 15th start, 65th appearance, 118 innings pitched, 73 strikeouts, 60 walks on the year. Opponents batting .237. She'll go up against Ruby Fidge, 2.40 ERA, 3-2 record, 31st appearance, 3rd start on the year, 35 innings pitched, 15 strikeouts, 11 walks, and a .272 batting average for her opponents. Flames with a familiar look in the outfield. Danny Lee in left, Paige Dorr in center, Bryn McManus in right. On the infield, you've got Macy Strickland at third, Savannah Watley at short, Ella Fox is at second base, and Brooke Roberts at first. Anders, as we mentioned, in the circle, and Savannah Jessie will be behind the plate for the Lady Flames.
Now batting right fielder Allie Burke.
Allie Furr will lead things off for Louisiana Tech, the .368 hitter on the year, and a lefty with the infield in. We are just about underway as the first pitch is taken for a strike. Home plate umpires Jose Travis, Philip Friels at first, and Thomas Bills at third. The 0-1, high and outside, 1 ball and 1 strike.
And Allie Furr had the go-ahead RBI single in the top of the 8th for La Tech, the game-winning hit earlier this afternoon against FIU.
The 1-1, slapped foul as Anders gets out ahead in the count. Louisiana Tech scored that run in the top of the 8th inning to win 2-1 and end the season of FIU. That was a single elimination start to the tournament. Now we're in the double elimination portion. The 1-2 swung on and missed off speed. Got her out in front, so the Flames get the first out of the ball game. Gracie Flores, the third baseman, will now come to the plate. Flores on the season, .436 batting average, 1 homer, 19 RBIs, also a lefty. First pitch to her is taken for a ball a little low. The 1-0 on the way. And inside almost hit her, 2 balls and no strikes. Camden Anders was our guest on the Liberty Softball Show along with Alexia Carrasquillo and Coach Dot Richardson. You can check that out on the Liberty Flames YouTube page. There's also links to get there through Facebook. The 2-0 outside, 3-0. If you're not a video person, you can also listen to the podcast on Spotify. We are high atop the press box on the roof here at the Delaware Diamond. As the strike is called and the count goes to 3-1 with 1 out and nobody on, and the top of the first inning. Gracie Flores at the plate. Cam Anders pitching for the Flames. The 3-1 foul back. Liberty Baseball is playing back in Lynchburg. They're in the top of the 7th inning, trailing Virginia Tech 7-3. Flames do have a runner in scoring position, trying to chip into the lead. This pitch is a called strike 3. Camden Anders works her way back into the count and gets 2 consecutive strikeouts, 1 swinging and now 1 looking to begin this ball game.
Yeah, Camden had a great couple outings at Kennesaw State in 10 total innings, only 1 earned run, 7 strikeouts, a win and a save.
Ground ball right back to her, and she's going to make quick work of this first half inning. Brady Galloway, the shortstop, with the ground ball back to the pitcher. She goes down 1-3. We have no score after a 1-2-3 inning to begin things here in Newark, Delaware, in the Conference USA Championship Tournament. Liberty and La Tech. We'll be back after this quick timeout here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Every great athlete knows the final minutes of the game are where champions are made. Whether it's the last inning, the fourth quarter, or overtime, every move counts. One smart play can seal the win, and one mistake could cost it all.
Fumble!
The same can be said for retirement. I'm Abe Abish, founder of Abish Financial Services. Those last 5 to 10 years before you retire, that's your final stretch. At Abish Financial, we can help build a game plan for taxes, healthcare, and income for the years ahead. Call us for your customized retirement playbook. 571-406-4411. If you're over 59 and have $500,000 or more of investable assets, we can create your plan complimentary. 571-406-4411 or visit abishfinancial.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Abish Financial Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor firm. Insurance services offered through Abish Financial Services, Inc., licensed in Virginia.
No score heading to the bottom half of the first inning. Liberty and Louisiana Tech in the Conference USA Championships here in Newark, Delaware. Ruby Fidge is pitching for Louisiana Tech. 3-2 record on the year. She's appeared in 31 games, but only 3 starts. Flames lineup, Ella Fox leading things off. She'll be followed by Bryn McManus and Savannah Jesse. Get you the rest of the lineup here in just a second as the first pitch bounces up. Alexia Carrasquillo will bat cleanup. Macy Strickland plays third and bats fifth. Paige Dorr out in center field will bat sixth. Now the 1-0. Off speed, 2-0. Danny Lee is in left field batting seventh. Brooke Roberts at first batting eighth, and Savannah Watley rounding out the lineup and playing shortstop. Fox, a .293 hitter on the year, waits the 2-0 and hits it hard down the right field line. It's going to get over the head of the right fielder, and standing at second base is Ella Fox. It's 210 down the lines and 220 to center field here at the Delaware Diamond. And that one hopped the wall. Ella Fox showing off a little bit of pop. The wind is blowing slightly that way, although it's much calmer now than we've seen at some points of this day. Helped it a little bit, but she really got into that.
Yeah, she waited back on that one, drove it to right field. Looked like she might have been able to go for 3, but coach held her up.
First pitch to McManus bounces up. So the Flames with an early runner in scoring position. The 1-0 off speed, missed outside. 2 balls and no strikes.
La Tech has number 72, left-hander Brianna Campos, warming. She threw about 75 pitches this afternoon in that game for La Tech to get the win in relief.
McManus hits it hard the opposite field, and a nice catch, a difficult catch by Furr out in right field. She may have kind of mistimed how or misjudged how hard that ball was hit, and then she had to leap and make the snow cone catch to keep that from going all the way to the wall. Ella Fox does tag up and make it over to third.
La Tech appealed that she left early, and she was ruled safe on appeal.
That's something that could be video challenged. You could use one of your 2 challenges to check the umpires on that, but they decide not to. Savannah Jesse will step in. First pitch to her is a called strike. The 2 hard hit balls out to right field, and the Flames have a runner at third with 1 out and a chance to get on the board first. The 0-1 to Jesse is sliced out into right field and caught. Runner tags, the throw bounces home, and Ella Fox will slide in safely to give the Flames a 1-0 lead. Small ball to start the game for the Lady Flames.
Yeah, McManus doesn't get a sac fly, but it's the equivalent of a sac fly to get the runner from second to third, and then an official sac fly by Savannah Jessie, the 7th of her career.
Flames are going with a steady diet to right field to begin this game. Let's see what Carrasquillo does. She takes the first pitch for a ball. Liberty up 1-0 with 2 outs and now nobody on in the bottom of the first inning against Louisiana Tech. Pitch gets the call, and now Carrasquillo ropes this down the left field line, but it's going to tail just foul and slam into the wall about 5 feet from the white line. All turf field here at the Delaware Diamond, and a blue warning track in the outfield as well as all the way around behind home plate.
La Tech has a very strong defensive outfield with Alana Rogers in left, Elena Hang, who was last year's Gold Glove winner in left field nationally, and then Allie Furr in right. They made some nice plays in Lynchburg a couple weeks ago.
Carrasquillo grounds this to short, scooped up easily by Galloway. The throw over is in time to end the inning, but the Flames are able to get a leadoff double by Ella Fox, and they sack her over to third and sack her home. Savannah Jessie gets the RBI to give the Flames a 1-0 lead after 1 here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
The doctors at Crossroads Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Stephen Hatch, James Peary III, Trey Woolwine, and Carol Roberts have over 50 years of experience serving Lynchburg and the surrounding area. Their dental office in Forest is open and ready to serve you. Crossroads Family Dentistry provides all family and cosmetic dental needs and accepts major dental insurances. They're located at 14761 Forest Road in front of Brauburgers. More information is available at crossroadsfamilydentistryva.com.
Turn up the heat. Foster Fuels is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. Foster has been fostering warm moments for 100 years. Headquartered in Brookneal, Virginia, Foster has been providing exceptional propane and gas services since 1921. Stop by one of our 6 showroom locations across Central Virginia to view our wide range of products. From propane to fireplaces and grills to tank installs and tankless water heaters, Foster has it all. Download our app or visit fosterfuels.com for more info.
Liberty's on top of Louisiana Tech 1-0 after 1. Flames back out in the field with Camden Anders in the circle. Louisiana Tech will have the 4, 5, and 6 hitters after it was a 1-2-3 inning to begin the game. Alana Rogers, the left fielder, a lefty, squares the bunt, pulls back, and takes the ball.
For those who were there for the game a couple weeks ago on Saturday, they heard me on PA for the last 4 innings. So I'm familiar with Alana Rogers.
She takes a ball. Count evens. The count goes to 2 balls and no strikes.
It was really confusing last year when we played them. It was Alana Rogers, Elena Hang, and then we had Elena Escobar.
2-0 is bunted foul. And Savannah Jessie picked it up in foul territory and threw it down into the right field corner.
Just a few more steps for Bryn McManus, backing up the play and right.
Interesting lighting here at the ballpark. We await the 2-1. It's taken for a strike, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I just noticed that, the low lighting and then the upper lighting.
Yeah, there's some lighting all the way, basically all the way up the light poles. pretty much all the way around. Anywhere there is a light pole as this pitch is outside and the count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The ones that are noticeable are the ones out in right and left field where there's lights that are probably about 12 feet off the ground as this 3-2 is fouled into the Flames dugout and everybody scatters. I don't think it caught anybody.
That almost took Kenny's sunglasses off, his hat.
They're on top of his head. It's dark now, as we have learned up here in our perch underneath the tent above the press box where there is no lighting. It's very difficult to see. We have to pretend like we're at a concert and turn our cell phones on. The 3-2 again is sliced out into left field for a base hit. So a leadoff single by Rogers. That is the first base runner of the game for Louisiana Tech. Reagan Marchant, first baseman, will step up to the plate. Marchant, .259 hitter on the year. 17 home runs, 48 RBIs. Leads the team in both of those categories, but also 49 strikeouts on the year. She'll have a runner at first. First pitch to her is taken for a strike.
And she also had 4 strikeouts this afternoon. She was 0 for 4 with 4 Ks. 1 shy of 50 for the season. Great power hitter, but she hasn't hit for average this year. .259 coming in.
Fouls this pitch off.
Transfer out of South Carolina, former Gamecock.
0-2. The runner at first, Rogers. Rogers 6 stolen bases on the year. The 0-2, high and tight. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2, swung on and missed. 3rd strikeout of the ball game for Anders. That puts 1 out on the board. The runner still at first for Reese Torres. Torres, the junior, hitting .276 on the year, 5 homers, 27 RBIs. First pitch to her is outside for a ball.
Yeah, this hasn't quite been the year that either of these teams expected. Preseason, Liberty was voted first. La Tech was voted second. La Tech had the preseason pitcher of the year and player of the year.
The 1-0, big swing, but came up empty. 1 ball, 1 strike to Torres. Where's number 99, the designated player? 1-1, fouled off.
Yeah, Cam does a great job mixing pitches, the fast stuff and the changeup. Get them very off balance.
Runner at first, 1 out. Here's the 1-2. Misses outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Flames leading 1-0 in the top of the 2nd inning. These teams have a history of playing some pretty good games in the postseason. As strike 3 is called, Anders gets her looking as Torres takes strike 3.
Another inside pitch called for a strike. For a strike 3 looking.
Camden has found her spot in this game. First pitch to Dufresne is ball, 1-0. Already 4 strikeouts in the first 6 hitters for Anders. Another big swing and a miss by Dufresne. The lefty sees the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1, fouled off.
They have a nice video board here in right field. It's similar to the old video board that Liberty had with the digital and then the analog beneath it, analog scoreboard.
Yeah, call me old-fashioned, but for some reason I kind of like that analog look. This pitch is low, 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. What those all video boards can do are impressive, especially when you go to some of these major league ballparks. 2-2, just missed inside. Jesse framed it.
Yeah.
Anders looks in wanting to know where it was, and now we'll have a 3-2 pitch. Over the course of this trip to Kennesaw State, now here up in Delaware, we've had a chance to go to a couple of major league ballparks as the payoff pitch is grounded to Strickland at third. She comes up with it cleanly and over to Roberts for the final out of the inning. But both Truist Field as well as Citizens Bank Park, they've got those massive video boards, and all the information is on there. But there might be an analog somewhere in those major league stadiums, some corner, nook or cranny. But for the most part, the wave is now to just have all video boards that you can put whatever you want up there, including full screen video or advertisements at times. But it's kind of where a lot of places go at all levels, not just baseball and softball, but football as well. All right, we head now to the bottom half of this second inning. The Flames on top of Louisiana Tech, 1-0. You're listening to the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Are your feet preventing you from living life? Hi, I'm Jonathan Cotton, and you may have heard my Good Feet story, how I love my arch support so much that I bought the store. Since then, thousands of customers have found relief from foot, knee, and back pain. I love to hear their stories of walking, running, and just enjoying their new life pain-free. Don't let foot, knee, or back pain keep you from living the life you love. Come into the Good Feet store for your free fitting and test walk. Visit goodfeet.com for the location nearest you. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Good Feet store.
11 West is a proud sponsor of the Liberty Flames. 11 West specializes in apparel screen printing, embroidery, sew-on, and flat printing. From the design phase with their graphics arts team to the finished product, 11 West collaborates with each client to craft custom apparel and promotional products. For more information, visit 11west.com, call 540-639-9319, or stop by their location at 6598 New River Road in Radford. 11 West, outfitting America and logo wear.
One nothing, Liberty up on Louisiana Tech. Flames coming off a 3-game sweep down at Kennesaw State. First pitch of this bottom of the second is in the dirt. It's hard not to say in the dirt. There's no dirt. It's an all-turf field. We'll pretend like it's dirt. It's colored as if it's dirt. It's brown. The 1-0 to Strickland is taken for a strike. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ruby Fidge is pitching for Louisiana Tech. Gave up the 1 run on 1 hit, a double back in the first. Strickland will send this out into shallow left field. Easy play for Rogers. She makes the catch for the first out.
Yeah, Macy Strickland's done a great job with the glove and with the bat as a redshirt freshman, taking over for Rachel Crane at the hot corner. I had a conversation with Crane here a couple hours ago. She's a police officer now in Delaware.
Yeah, you say conversation as Dorr takes his first pitch for a strike. I believe you were being accosted and frisked, just making sure that you weren't trying to get anything into the stadium. Dorr rips this into right field for a base hit, just past the outstretched arms of Bafudo, the second baseman. So Liberty with a 1-out single. I say that. Rachel Crane, I don't think this is her jurisdiction, is it?
No.
She's a county over, maybe?
I believe so, yeah. But she's from Middletown, which is not too far from here. So I saw her parents as well.
Got some friends from Middletown. It's a nice little area between here and Newark and Wilmington, this part of the state. It's about halfway between here and Dover.
Yep.
Got a pitch comm issue. I've seen that happen a few times over the course of the day. Now everything looks to be good. Doors at first. Danny Lee is at the plate for the Flames, the freshman, hitting .373 on the year. 4 homers, 19 RBIs, was on the all-freshman team in Conference USA. First pitch to her is outside for a ball.
Had homers in back-to-back games at Kennesaw. Came close in the third game. Hit it off the wall and right.
She's got the hot pink bat as she awaits the 1-0, which is taken for a ball, 2 balls and no strikes.
Getting a steady diet of off-speed pitches. Lady Flames have done a nice job staying patient. Not trying to do too much with that pitch.
Lee awaits and takes a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike, along with Danny Lee. Macy Strickland, also on the all-freshman team in Conference USA. Alexia Carrasquillo, the only all-conference member. First team, as this pitch is hit hard to second. It's going to be a tailor-made double play, but a safe call at first base as Lee is able to leg it out, as that was hit down to Galloway, and it was hit hard, but she was able to pick it cleanly. Went to second base to Bufudo. It was turned to first, and the first base umpire called it safe, but we're going to have a question of I think the umpires are going to first talk to see if the slide into second base impeded the throw and whether or not that would be a double play. And then if that's not the case, then they're going to take a look further as to whether or not it was safe or out at first base. The play on the field was called safe. So as it stands right now with 2 outs, Danny Lee is at first base on the fielder's choice, but we'll see after review if that stays the same. Getting back to that conversation about the all-conference teams, I know the Flames were a little disappointed that they only had 3 players represented, and again 2 of those all freshmen, and only 1 person on first team, Carrasquillo, the designated player utility spot. And if you look, I mean, the numbers overall on the year haven't been great, but if you look at the conference only numbers, there's certainly a case that could be made for a few of those Lady Flames, Savannah Jesse being one of them.
Bryn McManus, 26 RBIs in conference. Several players are up over 300 in conference play. So if you look at the overall stats, only one batter outside of Danny Lee, only one batter batting over 300 for the season, Carrasquillo. So overall maybe, but if you take into account just conference play, there were some deserving players left off. And other teams could say the same thing, but it seems kind of glaring in Liberty's case with 1 out of 30 total players. So
Camden Anders,
right,
certainly had a good conference season as well.
She was 9-3, 2.28, I believe, ERA in conference. Did a great job. Had a no-hitter in conference. So yeah, you just don't know, but you're playing for a championship. Just gotta look ahead.
We're in a review at the moment. As it sits right now, Danny Lee is at first, legging out what was an attempted double play turned by Louisiana Tech.
We've seen a couple this year where there's been a pop-up slide that's impeded that throw, but I think this is more the safe out call.
Yeah, my guess is the initial conversation was, can you look and see Or can you talk amongst yourselves and decide if there could have been maybe interference? And then if you don't believe in that, then take a look and see if it was safe or out. I think that was my guess as to what was being said, and I think we've got a decision. As we'll see if we can listen in. Home plate umpire Jose Travis. Okay, well, I'm not sure how well everybody could hear that at home. Hopefully you could. But runner is safe. They say stands, not confirmed. So it must have been just absolutely bang, bang. And we'll see if the Flames can make anything of this with the kind of second chance on the inning. Danny Lee hustling down the line. Brooke Roberts will come to the plate. The pitch is in the dirt, and Lee is going to steal second base. She took off and then hesitated a little bit. And then when she realized, I don't know if maybe that was just going to be a fake steal, but then when she realized that the ball got away from the catcher, Dufresne, then she took off, was able to have a head-first slide in safely, and the count is 1-0 to Roberts. 2 outs, now runner in scoring position. She grounds this to second base, and a nice play by Bafuto as she was able to charge in and get the throw over to first in time to get Roberts 4-3 on the putout. So the Flames are able to get a runner on with a single by Paige Dorr, but one runner is stranded as the score stays 1-0 Liberty, heading to the third inning here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Frank Good Builders is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
You're locked into live play-by-play coverage of Lady Flame softball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Now, let's check the out-of-town scoreboard, built by Frank Good Builders.
Well, we got one score to tell you about. Well, let's tell you the score here in Newark, Delaware first. Lady Flames are on top of Louisiana Tech 1-0 as we go to the third inning. Back in Lynchburg, Liberty Baseball is trailing Virginia Tech 8-4 in the top of the ninth. So the Flames are going to be down to their final 3 outs here momentarily. We've had several games around college softball going on today, but having a little trouble at the moment getting a refresh on those scores, so we'll come back to that.
All right, I have them if you need them. So
okay, all right. Well, Joe, you'll take over that role here in between batters, as the first pitch from Anders is taken for a ball. The 1-0, ground ball to Watley at short. She throws over in plenty of time to get the first out.
ACC Tournament, Georgia Tech 13, Notre Dame 3, Louisville 6, NC State 5, and upset North Carolina 4, Clemson 2. Pitt is up 1-0 on the host UVA in the fourth.
So they're playing late-ish as well. That was Bafuto that grounded out. And now we have Elena Hang, center fielder. Fouls the first pitch off. 1 out, nobody on. In the top of the third for Louisiana Tech, the Flames are leading 1-0. The pitch is grounded back up the middle. Fox ranges to her right, throws back across her body, and safe is the call at first base. Hang is able to leg it out for an infield single.
SEC Tournament hosted in Lexington, Kentucky. A couple upsets there. Auburn 11, A&M 8, Arkansas 3, Mississippi State 0. Ole Miss with the win 4-1 over Tennessee. And Georgia and LSU are tied at 2 in the 4th.
After that amazing start for Tennessee, they have had some moments of struggle since then. Back to the top of the order, Allie Furr struck out her first time up, one of 4 strikeouts for Cam Anders. And now it looks like the Flames may have a pitch comm issue, or is this just going to be a visit to the circle by Casey Fagan Graham? Looks like it is just going to be a visit to the circle.
And Coach Richardson will talk to the infield. As we see at Liberty's baseball stadium, the all-turf infield provides a true hop pretty much every time. So we saw a nice hop to Watley, but the high chop was just a little too high for Fox to get under to make the flip to first in time for the out on Hang. And we'll probably see a similar type contact from Furr, the leadoff batter. The Coach Richardson in the pregame talked about keeping the 1, 2, and 9 hitters off. So 1 out. We'll see what they drew up.
Well, we're ready to go now. Flames will have the infield in with the runner at first and the speedy Furr. Right fielder for La Tech. The 1-0. Taken for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes.
And they do this defensive positioning based on spray charts. Dorr is left center, Lee is in left, and there's a big gap in right center. She must not hit very much to right or right center.
The 2-0. Strike called.
Then you usually pitch to those positions in your scouting.
Infield is shaded around as well. 2-1. Off speed, called a strike. Furr had ran up to slap but pulled her bat back, and count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hang at first. Here's the pitch. Check swing, did not go, and the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Ruled no swing on appeal to first base umpire. Philip Friels.
Here's the payoff. Fouled off. And we'll do it again.
Hang was off with the pitch from first base. Trying to get some hit and run action going in case there's a ground ball through the hole.
Furr digs back in. Another 3-2. Lined out into center field. Dorr is able to make the play. A strong throw to first, and she's got her. Double play, Paige Dorr. How about that for an arm out in center field? And also talk about that spray chart. The Flames had her shaded perfectly. The hard hit ball turned into a double play, and Liberty gets out of this inning facing the minimum. 1-0 Flames heading to the bottom of the 3rd here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
John Barkley loves Tuesday nights with his pals.
You guys ever seen a perfect game?
Here we go.
A night when scores made aren't nearly as important as friendships kept.
Get out your phones. Gonna be epic.
So he doesn't miss a night. John counts on Sentra to keep him healthy and at his best.
Perfection begins now. Start your video. Delete your video.
Like and share.
Sentra, caring about folks like John.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we have been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community. And that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life.
Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
Liberty 1, Louisiana Tech nothing, as we now are in the bottom of the third inning. Jamie Hall and Joe Carmody with you from the Delaware Diamond. Excellent double play to end the inning. Paige Dorr made the catch, then fired to third. Put a star by that play. Savannah Watley with a brand new bat. She squares the bunt and pulls back, takes the ball. Lavender? Is that fair?
Looks like it in this light.
Purplish, but I'm going to say a light purple, so we'll go with lavender. Squares again, pulls back again, and takes a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Watley batting for the first time in the game. Back to the top of the lineup after this. The 1-1 is sent down to short on 1 hop. Close play at first, but they get her. 6-3 on the putout. Ella Fox, who doubled and scored back in the first inning. The lone run scored in the game so far between these two teams. The 1-0, Fox. She squares and pulls back.
Wally with the lavender bat. I once saw a candle, the scent was lavender and warm ginger. I wonder what the difference the warm ginger has to the scent as opposed to lukewarm ginger.
I don't know. I was always a fan of Mary Ann.
Me too.
I was lukewarm on ginger myself. The 1-1. Ground ball over the top of the pitcher. Nice play at short by Galloway. She throws over to get Fox.
Yeah, there's a couple speedy runners. The high chopper. Freshman shortstop Galloway with a nice play. Good arm. Her older sister Presley played for La Tech from 2016 to 2019. Liberty actually played against her freshman year twice.
Bryn McManus for Liberty takes the first pitch for a strike. Nobody out. I'm sorry, 2 outs, nobody on. In the bottom of the third.
Steady diet of off-speed pitches.
The 0-1 swung on and missed off speed. 0-2. McManus was able to send the ball out into right field her first time up, and it advanced the runner, Fox, from second to third, who was eventually brought in from third. Fouled off.
And you can do simulations of changeups in batting practice, but until you get on the field with a live pitcher, it's a different situation.
The 0-2 outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. McManus hitting .292 on the season. 9 homers, 37 RBIs. 1-2 outside. Roll back to the screen, but nobody on, so no issue there. 2-2 with 2 outs. Liberty leading 1-0. Here in the bottom of the third. Two hit hard and fair down the third base line. McManus is going to try for 2. She slides in safely. An aggressive bit of base running by Bryn McManus. She gets a double, and the Flames, with 2 outs, have a chance with a runner in scoring position to add to their lead.
McManus was just patient enough with that changeup to pull it down just fair inside the left field line. Got the foot in right before the tag.
Rogers was able to get to it before it got to the wall, and so it was a close play at second base. But now Savannah Jessie with the runner in scoring position and 2 outs. First pitch to her is low.
That's McMahon's 31st career double.
Brand, another one of those that certainly could have been squeezed onto an all-conference team. Jessie takes a strike. 1-1. She did not. Flames only had Carrasquillo as a first-team all-conference member. Lee and Strickland on the all-freshman team. The 1-1 in the dirt. 2-1. First base is open. But you've also got Alexia Carrasquillo on deck, and you probably don't want to put any more base runners on for the Flames' best power hitter. 2-1. Off speed, but missed. 3 balls and 1 strike. Jessie out and ahead of the count. She looks down to Coach Dot Richardson at third base to see if she's got the green light. The 3-1 for Fidge. Strike called. Jessie thought it was ball 4. She put the bat down.
That was the old frame by the catcher, Dufresne.
Sounds about right. Jessie got the RBI sac fly her first time up. Now waits a 3-2 pitch and hits it hard to center field. Back at the track at the wall. This baby's out of here. Savannah Jessie with a 2-run blast to put the Flames on top 3-0.
Nice touch with the light show from Delaware.
Yeah, it's cool. I guess every team neutral site, so they're going to get the flickering lights if they hit a home run. We didn't get to see that earlier in the day because day games you really couldn't tell if the lights are on or off. That's the first game that's late enough tonight that you can see the light show. But Savannah Jessie, ooh, she hit that hard.
Yeah, Elena Hang in center had a beat on it, but ran out of real estate.
The wind is pretty much dead at this point. The forecast had shown that we were going to have 10-mile-an-hour winds, gusts up to 20, but it's pretty much, we see the flags behind home plate moving a little bit, but the flags out in center field are completely at a standstill at this point. 3 RBIs in the game for Savannah Jessie. Alexia Carrasquillo comes up and the first pitch bounces back to the screen.
Last year, Liberty opened the conference tournament with an 8-0 6-inning win over La Tech in Liberty's first game.
Ball outside for Carrasquillo.
Second meeting wasn't quite as easy. It was 2-1 extra innings, walk-off by Paige Dorr to send Liberty to the championship game.
Yeah, that's the game that I think of the most from last year's conference championship. Check swing, but a strike was called. 2-1 with 2 outs and nobody on. We got a lot of 2s and 1s on the board. Number 21 at the bat, 2 balls and 1 strike, 2 outs. That's a palindrome, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
It's not anymore because it's ball 3. No, it actually still is. Yeah, 2-1, 3, 1-2.
Almost had one last night with the attendance in Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk more about that. 3-1 is hit the opposite field, deep to right, at the wall, and out of here! Alexia Carrasquillo with back-to-back jacks for the Lady Flames. They lead 4-0. And you can see a little momentum for the Lady Flames after that weekend series. I know Kennesaw State's having a rough year, but the Flames bats really got going. 8-2 win, 14-0 win, 10-3 win. And sometimes it's not about the competition as much as it is about your own confidence level. And the Flames seem to be at a very high level of confidence right now offensively. And Louisiana Tech is going to make a change. And so we're going to take a timeout. When we come back, Joe Carmody is going to get you the numbers on this new pitcher for Louisiana Tech as the Lady Flames lead 4-0 here in the bottom of the third on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Every great athlete knows the final minutes of the game are where champions are made. Whether it's the last inning, the fourth quarter, or overtime, every move counts. One smart play can seal the win, and one mistake could cost it all.
Fumble!
The same can be said for retirement. I'm Abe Abish, founder of Abish Financial Services. Those last 5 to 10 years before you retire, that's your final stretch. At Abish Financial, we can help build a game plan for taxes, healthcare, and income for the years ahead. Call us for your customized retirement playbook, 571-406-4411. If you're over 59 and have $500,000 or more of investable assets, we can create your plan complimentary. 571-406-4411 or visit abishfinancial.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Abish Financial Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor firm. Insurance services offered through Abish Financial Services, Inc., licensed in Virginia.
Liberty leads Louisiana Tech 4-0 here in this first game for the Lady Flames in the Conference USA Tournament. Back-to-back homers by Savannah Jesse and Alexia Carrasquillo have put us where we're at the moment, and a new pitcher for Louisiana Tech. And with that new pitcher, Joe Carmody.
Senior Allie Floyd is the new pitcher, number 0. She's 11-14 this year with a 3.03 ERA. 9 complete games, 2 shutouts, 1 save, 251 opponent's batting average, 51 walks, 105 strikeouts, and 143 in the third innings. She was the CUSA preseason pitcher of the year this year.
Macy Strickland going to try to make it 3 in a row as she takes a strike. And Joe, you would be the only person on the planet that would know this, and I'm really putting you on the spot to ask. But can you remember last time the Flames hit? Well, it's not going to happen as this pitch is flared out to second base and caught by Bafudo for the final out of the inning. On a little soft pop, but Flames were going for 3 straight home runs. Didn't quite get there, but they do take a 4-0 lead into the fourth here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Hey Flames fans, Gentry Lock is fired up to join in the excitement this season. Gentry Lock Attorneys knows it's all about preparation, precise teamwork, and a competitive spirit for the hard-fought wins. We've got that down. With our fierce drive to succeed, uncommon thinking, and extensive resources, Gentry Lock helps businesses thrive. We are downtown at 801 Main Street, and we serve the Commonwealth and beyond with offices in Roanoke, Richmond, and Norfolk. All the ways Gentry Lock can help clients succeed is waiting for you at GentryLock.com.
Score big at Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg with major brands of appliances that will make your house feel like a home and outdoor equipment to have your yard looking its best. Haley's puts customer service first. They deliver and service all of the products they sell and will take care of the process from start to finish. Log on to Haleys.com today for product availability. Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg is a proud sponsor for Liberty Flames Athletics.
You're listening to Liberty Softball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Time now to check the Carter Bank box score.
Well, right now it's the Flames on top 4-0. It's as far as the game line is concerned. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on for Louisiana Tech. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 1 left on for Liberty. Camden Anders in the circle for the Lady Flames. Pitched 3, giving up a couple of hits, 4 strikeouts, no walks for her, and we've got the final numbers on Ruby Fidge here in just a moment. But we're about ready to get this inning underway. And a ground ball foul down the first base line. So the final numbers on Fidge: 2 2/3 innings pitched, gave up 5 hits, 4 runs, all earned, no walks, no strikeouts. Allie Floyd now pitching for Louisiana Tech. This is swung on and missed. Out in front of the count is Anders at 0-2. She struck out Flores her first time up. Gracie Flores, the third baseman for Louisiana Tech, lefty. Here's the 0-2. Miss Lope, 1 ball and 2 strikes. All that damage that the Flames did in the last half inning was with 2 outs. Got started by a Bryn McManus double. And back-to-back homers. The 1-2 bounces up, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
After this at bat, I'll let everyone know the last time Liberty hit home runs in back-to-back at bats in the conference tournament.
In a conference tournament. Oh, very specialized. I like it, Joe. 2-2. Low again, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Count runs full. Nobody on, nobody out. Gracie Flores, third baseman for Louisiana Tech, waits the pitch and grounds it to Watley at short from her knees. Not going to be able to get enough on this throw. Infield base hit for Flores as she was able to battle back in the count.
Yeah, last time Liberty hit home runs in back-to-back at-bats in the conference tournament was May 7th, 1999 versus Charleston Southern in the 4th inning. Kim Johnson with a 3-run home run, followed by Katie Phillips hitting pitcher with a solo home run.
Very nice.
Liberty Hall of Famer, Katie Phillips.
Yeah, and she's got some good lineage as far as around the state of Virginia. Her daughters are playing some pretty good softball as well. Matter of fact, I don't know if we've got an update, but one of her daughters up at Virginia, one of them playing for Liberty as well. Not playing at the moment. This count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike to Galloway. But Eden Bigham, daughter of Katie Phillips, playing for Virginia. Not sure if she was in that game or not. Cavaliers were behind the last we had seen. The 1-1, ground ball to Fox at second base. She's going to go and get the lead runner on a nice little scoop over to Watley. I didn't think there was going to be a chance at getting the lead runner, and it was going to be tough to get the runner at first, but Fox with a nice play. 1 out and still a runner at first.
UVA still trails 1-0 in the bottom of the 5th.
And they're hosting.
That's correct.
The ACC tournament.
And Eden is currently in relief for the Cavaliers.
Little 1-hopper to Fox, to Watley, over to Roberts for a double play. The Flames 4-6-3 to face the minimum in the top of the 4th, and Liberty continues to truck along, leading 4-0 over Louisiana Tech here in Delaware. Take a break, and we'll be back with the Flames half of the 4th after this on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Move those coffee chains, Flames fans, and go local. Central Virginia's own Ironclad Coffee Roasters and Baking Company is the premier coffee partner of Liberty Athletics. Pay them a visit at one of their cafes in the Richmond area or at the Richmond International Airport. They'll also ship their specialty grade coffee straight to your door. Visit ironcladcoffee.com, that's www.ironcladcoffee.com, to check out the coffee Flames fans are talking about.
Owned and operated by a Liberty alum, Larry's Tire and Auto Repair offers complete auto service including tires, preventive maintenance, and more. Larry's Tire carries all major brands and is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday at any of their 4 locations, with 2 in Lynchburg, 1 in Forest, and 1 at Able Tire in Concord. More information on Larry's Tire is available at larrystireservice.com.
Liberty 4, Louisiana Tech nothing. Bottom of the 4th. Lady Flames coming to the bat. Number 3 seed in this Conference USA tournament. Louisiana Tech, the number 7 seed. They beat FIU 2-1 earlier today. And the single elimination portion, 5 through 8 had to play a single game to get into the main bracket of 6. And now it's double elimination. And really the way that it works is if you get into the double elimination portion, the Flames are already in it. And if you're not the number 1 or number 2 seed that gets a bye, you play the first 2 games of the tournament, and there's not a lot of difference. And if you end up losing one of them, whether you lose the first game or the second game, as Paige Dorr takes a strike. Now, if you win both, you're in great shape. You're moving on into the winner's bracket. But if you lose your first game and win your second, you're in the exact same spot if you do the opposite, as this one goes back behind Dorr and it clips her along the way. Might have hit her in the ponytail. Now, she's walking a little gingerly, so that may have caught her a little more flush than it seemed. The Flames will get a base runner on, facing Allie Floyd, the new pitcher who came in to end the 3rd inning after the back-to-back homers from Jesse and Carrasquillo. Floyd got Strickland out, but now a hit by pitch. Has Dorr at first with Danny Lee. Reached on a fielder's choice her first time up, coming up to the plate. Not to belabor that, but basically if you're Louisiana Tech or Liberty, whoever loses this game, if you win tomorrow, you're playing tomorrow night. First pitch to Lee is taken for a strike. If you win this game but then lose tomorrow afternoon, you're also playing tomorrow night in the exact same portion of the bracket. No benefit to that. So really 1-1 is 1-1 as Lee will chop this foul. You really want to get to 2-0. So I'm not saying that there's anything good that comes out of losing the first game, but if you win the second game, you're kind of in a similar spot. What you really want to do is win the first 2 games, and you can't win the first 2 if you don't win the first 1. The 0-2 to Lee is off speed. She pops it high in foul territory beside first base. Marchant will make the catch for the first out.
That sounds like something you might read in a motivational book.
What's that?
Oh, you can't win the first 2 until you win the first one.
That's right.
Very profound. Maybe we should write a book together.
Calm down, Joe. First pitch to Roberts is taken for a strike.
We have one sentence.
Yeah, we got a long way to go to write a book. We might be able to write a pamphlet together, Joe. Rooting for a ball to Roberts, but it's a called strike. We were one ball away from scoreboard Yahtzee. But instead it's 0-2 with 1 out and number 11 at the plate. Doors at first. Here's the pitch. Outside. 1-2. Here's the pitch, fouled off, back into the screen. Wadley was trying to avoid that ball hitting the screen and coming back and hitting her. and she looked like what I imagine, and I've never been on a chicken farm, but I imagine one would look like it with their head cut off. She was kind of scrambling around, not sure which way it was going to bounce. She's funny. 1-2. Inside, it hits Roberts. So 2 hit by pitches in the inning.
Yeah, Allie Floyd's had a tough go of it this year. Last year, she was 22-13 with a 2.78 ERA, first team all conference. This year, she's 11-14. The ERA isn't bad, just over 3, but she's had some command issues recently. Pitching coach is out for a visit.
Kind of a Knobloch-esque a little bit, just having a hard time finding the zone. Like Knobloch was having a hard time finding throws over to first base. You see that in a lot of sports. You certainly see it in baseball and softball probably more than others, but Rick Ankiel is a good example, so much so that he had to start playing in the outfield instead of pitching. Now Watley will step up. She fouls the first pitch back and almost gets hit again with the ball coming off the screen.
Yeah.
She's a magnet.
That's absolutely right.
And she's got a different bat now. She doesn't have the lavender bat that we saw her first time up. Inside outside swing, it goes off of the glove of the third baseman and trickles all the way out into left field. A run's going to score. That's Dorr. Roberts is at second. Watley at first with a single off of the mitt of Flores, who was standing at third base in fair territory, tried to range towards the line and make the catch. Deflected off of her glove and rolled softly down into the, didn't make it to the corner, but it did roll about halfway out into left field. Ground ball back through the 5-6 hole for a base hit. The runners are going to have to hold at second and third. But Ella Fox with her second base knock of the ball game. Watley the RBI single. Fox has loaded the bases up. Liberty up 5-0 in the bottom of the fourth for Bryn McManus. McManus goes the opposite field towards the gap. It's going to one-hop the wall. 1 run's in. There's a caravan of flames coming around. 1 run scores, and Fox has to dive back into third. McManus holds up at first with a very long single that plates 2, and Liberty is up 7-0. I was looking at the Flames base runners, and they all kind of got caught up a little bit, waiting to see if that ball was going to be caught. It was not. It hit right at the base of the wall in left center field. So McManus had to slow up a little bit just to make sure that everybody was going to move forward. At one point, there were 3 Lady Flames that were all kind of not next to each other, but they were basically doing a conga line. At least Fox and Watley. So at one moment it looked like everybody was coming home. Watley scored easily. Fox, it would have been close. If she would have kept running, she might have ran into an out. So she scrambled back to third, slid in there. McManus never made it past first, and the Flames have runners at first and third, as we're going to have a pitching change for Louisiana Tech. 1 out, Liberty up 7-0 in the bottom of the 4th inning. And if the Flames could get 1 more run across, they would be 3 outs away from getting a run rule victory, which, considering the lateness of the night and the longness of the tournament, that would be a blessing. So 2 RBIs for Bryn McManus. She doubled and scored back in the 3rd. A hard hit ball to right field her first time up. So Laney Johnson, that is the new pitcher for Louisiana Tech. Get you her numbers here in just a moment, but we're ready to go again. Savannah Jessie, who homered her first time up, had a sac fly RBI in the first inning, has a runner at third with one out. Actually, runners at first and third, but another spot where she's able to get this into the outfield. The Flames could get that all-important 8th run. Takes the first pitch for a strike from Johnson. Now high and outside, the runner will go from first, and Flames are actually trying to get a throw down and see if Fox would be able to score from third. The throw was actually cut off in the middle of the infield by Bafudo. They allow McManus to go down to second, and a 1-1 count to Savannah Jessie, who pops it foul and out of play down the first base side. Fox at third, McManus at second. 3 in for the Flames. They lead 7-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Now the 1-2, low and outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So far in this inning, Dorr and Roberts both scored after being hit by a pitch. Watley got an RBI single and scored. As ball 3 is called and count runs full to Savannah Jessie. Fox and McManus are on base. We got a payoff pitch on the way with 1 out to the Flames catcher, Jessie. Here it is. Hit hard down the left field line. It falls in fair territory. Goes all the way to the wall. 2 more runs will score. Savannah Jessie stands at second base with a double, and Liberty leads 9-0. Talking about trying to avenge, and so far so good, those 3 losses to Louisiana Tech back in Lynchburg a couple of weeks ago. Flames are going to make, I think, a pinch running change. They'll bring out Aubrey Norris to run for Savannah Jessie. Flames have put up 5 runs here in the 4th inning. Alexia Carrasquillo also homered her last time up. 2-run homer by Jessie, a solo shot by Carrasquillo. There's a little bit of just a slight mist kind of falling at the moment. Nothing severe, but we're on top of the press box. Got a tent over us, but just a little bit of a mist kind of blowing in. The 1-0. Big swing and a miss. She swung out of her arm guard.
Yep.
Didn't even realize it. She's going to have to put that back on. A 1-1 count with 1 out. Now Norris at second base, the pinch runner. Strike called. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Carrasquillo.
Aubrey Norris, the pinch runner at second. Almost impossible to see the numbers on these jerseys.
The 1-2 is low and outside. It is a white number on a white jersey with a pretty thin red outline. It's tough.
Thankfully, I know our players.
2-2, opposite field, but it's going to score it out into foul territory and out of play.
Lady Flames have been playing with a lot of energy tonight, offense and defense, 2 double plays. They've been firing off the field after those double plays, after Cam's strikeout in the first. So, great start.
2-2. Opposite field again, but it's going to hang up in fair territory. Norris will tag as the catch was made by Furr. She slides in safely to third, but there are 2 outs for Macy Strickland.
Another good piece of hitting, moving the runner from second to third like we saw McManus in the first. You want to hit behind the runner. Productive out.
No doubt. First pitch to Strickland is called a strike. Lainey Johnson, 8-4 record on the year, 5.48 ERA. The 0-1, low and outside.
72, freshman Brianna Campos is warming in the pen. She might just be getting some pitches in for a game tomorrow. After pitching some big innings in the playing game earlier.
Ground ball to short, scooped up, and the throw over from Galloway is in time, but the Flames are able to add 5 runs in the fourth, and they're now 3 outs away from getting a run rule victory to begin this Conference USA tournament here in Newark, Delaware on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
True Flame fans know where to shop to show their pride. Shop LibertyFlames.com. We're your one-stop shop for official Liberty Flames merchandise. Plus, all orders ship free. Go red, white, and blue and visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today. That's ShopLibertyFlames.com. ShopLibertyFlames.com is a proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. For all your Liberty Flames apparel needs, visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today.
For 29 years, Lynchburg Nissan has proudly served the Lynchburg area and beyond. We're locally owned and operated because this community isn't just where we do business, it's home. At Lynchburg Nissan, we're committed to delivering extraordinary service in a professional, friendly way, making the car buying process simple and straightforward from start to finish. And don't forget, we're home of the 1,000,000-mile warranty. So when you're looking for your next vehicle, please remember, nobody beats our prices. Nobody.
9-0, Liberty on top of Louisiana Tech. Now in the top of the 5th inning, the Flames can shut this down in 5 if they can get 3 outs without giving up more than a run. Camden Anders pitching for the Flames. 4 innings so far, 3 hits, no runs, 4 strikeouts, and no walks for the Flames sophomore, who was our guest on this week's Liberty Softball Show. You can check that on Liberty Flames YouTube, as well as there's a link. You can actually go to the softball page on libertyflames.com, and if you scroll down to the section called Highlights, there's actually a link that goes directly to the YouTube video. You can check out conversations with Alexia Carrasquillo, Camden Anders, and Dot Richardson. First pitch from Anders to Marchant is a called strike. 54 pitches so far for Camden. The 0-1, outside for a ball, 1-1. Hadn't really had a chance to talk to Camden previous to this, maybe other than just a hello walking by kind of thing, and so it was a fun conversation. She is high energy, and she and her family are very entertaining. It's, I'm going to say, worth your time, as this pitch is fouled out of the reach of Danny Lee, who went diving and came up about 5 feet short.
Yeah, kind of a courtesy dive there, but you like the effort.
It's like volleyball.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you'll see a libero in volleyball, a ball that gets shanked, and it's gonna sail into the first row of the crowd, and they still just take a dive back towards the baseline for some reason. Effort.
Yeah, effort.
Effort, but
practice.
Floor burn, that's what I'm thinking. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the 5th inning. Louisiana Tech needing to get a couple of runs to keep this game going. The 2-2 pitch is fouled off and back onto the soccer practice field, which we have a good view of. And those that are with us on YouTube and Facebook, you can kind of see the background. I think over my shoulder you can see my point that way. Ground ball foul again, 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's that reverse negative kind of thing. But yeah, right around there. You can see the soccer practice field. Right there is the goal. Right around there for those that are on Facebook and YouTube. And the other one's in the other direction. But 2-2. Lope, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Marchant struck out her first time up in the second inning.
Yeah, she struck out all 5 at-bats today in the tournament. 50 on the season. But 17 home runs, 48 RBIs, so a dangerous hitter nonetheless.
3-2. Off speed, just missed. Must have been a tad low. First walk of the game issued.
See a pinch runner here.
Reese Torres, the designated player, she struck out looking in the second inning.
Looks like 16, Carolina Itzen. Also from my stint on PA a couple weeks ago, found out their last name is pronounced Itzen, E-I-D-S-O-N.
Itzen.
Silent E.
Now batting, designated player, Reese Torres.
If you can just say any letter is silent, we should come up with some really cool names. Popped up high on the infield. Watley calls everybody off and makes the catch. Torres is the first out of the inning.
Catcher Rosalie Dufresne.
Rosalie Dufresne, the catcher, grounded out her first time. The lefty wears number 91. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Must have been just a tad inside. You know, I don't think that there's any softball leagues that are using the ABS, but this 1-0 is grounded foul. But SEC baseball going to be
correct.
using the automated balls and strikes.
And we saw one last night at the Phillies game that was less than 1/10 of an inch away from the strike zone.
Yep. Got it right.
Got it right.
Got it right. He was called out and challenged it. It was a whisker outside. The 1-1. Strike call.
What I say, 1,000% they zoomed in? They zoomed in pretty far to get to that spot so you could see.
It's as close as it gets.
Yep, it's a good addition to the game, in my opinion.
The 1-2 is launched foul onto the grassy knoll behind the Flames dugout. I don't know what that is. I want to find out what that is before we leave. But there's this. Just imagine Robinson Crusoe. If there was a coffin for Robinson Crusoe, that's about the size of this oddly shaped grass mound that's behind the dugout, kind of on the walkway where fans come in and out of the ballpark. Another 1-2. Big swing and a miss as Anders is going to get her 5th strikeout of the ball game. Dufresne down swinging. And Louisiana Tech has got one final out. And the rain is actually picking up a little bit here. Hopefully it stays at the pace that it's at. If it gets any more, we're going to have to do some evasive maneuvers here to keep the equipment protected. First pitch to Bafuda is a ball. But yeah, you alluded to the game up in Philadelphia. We got to go to a Phillies game. And then when we were down in Kennesaw, we got to go to a Braves game. Bafuda takes a ball and is out ahead in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Both excellent ballparks. Of course, Atlanta's is a little newer, maybe a nicer area as far as around the stadium. As this pitch is inside, almost hit her, 3 balls and no strikes. There's the entertainment district, the Battery near the ballpark, which is nice.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little heavier rain here.
3-0 from Anders, high and tight, ball 4, and the Flames definitely don't want to mess around and have this game keep going. They want to get out of it here and get as much rest as possible and keep Anders' pitch count as low as possible, because I know they're going to need her again in this tournament. A couple of walks in this inning. Runners at first and second for Hang. 9-hole hitter. First pitch to her is taken for a strike. Hang reached on an infield hit her first time up. Only time up. The 0-1. Just outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Runners at first and second. 2 outs. Liberty leading 9-0. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. So now Anders 1 strike away from run ruling the Bulldogs. Sending the Flames into the winner's bracket to play Western Kentucky tomorrow at 2:30. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Anders is fired up. She slammed down her glove and her face mask. Liberty with a 9-0 win over Louisiana Tech. Put an exclamation point on this victory for the Lady Flames. They will play again tomorrow at 2:30 against WKU. In the winner's bracket, WKU, the number 2 seed. It'll be their first game of this conference championship.
Very, very briefly, that was the 17th shutout in conference tournament history in Liberty Flames softball.
Outstanding. Camden Anders, she pitched to Jim. Only those 2 walks, really, the only big blemishes, and that's not even much. She was able to pitch out of that in the 5th inning. Did give up 3 hits, but no runs, 6 strikeouts. The Flames bats were able to do their jobs as well, as both teams huddle up in the center of the field for a closing prayer. Perfectly symmetrical. All the Flames on one side and all the white uniformed Flames, the light blue uniformed Bulldogs standing around the circle, closing up shop here on day 1 of this Conference USA Softball Championship. We'll give you a recap of everything coming up here in just a little bit. Because of the lateness of this game, relative to also having to play early in the day tomorrow, relatively early, 2:30 tomorrow, and the fact that we've got some rain falling and we're on top of the press box and we need to get cleaned out a little bit quicker than normal, and it's also a little dangerous to get up here, to be honest. It's a pretty steep ladder. Coach Dot Richardson's been hobbled a bit with a leg injury, and we certainly don't want any of the Lady Flames injured as well on the slick surface trying to get up here on top of the roof. So we're going to forego the post-game interviews for today's game. We will have interviews leading up to tomorrow's game with Coach Richardson, as well as we'll grab a player as well to kind of even things out a little bit, so that you'll have a chance to hear that during our pregame show tomorrow before the Flames play WKU at approximately 2:30. And there's a lot of choices for who would be the Flames player of the game. Camden Anders certainly could be on that list. She pitched a shutout, had 6 strikeouts in 5 innings. But Savannah Jessie, she had herself an absolute day. Sacrifice fly RBI back in the first, 2-run homer in the third, and a 2 RBI double in the 4th inning as well. So we'll say co-players of the game. And not a bad setup as well when you talk about your pitcher and your catcher having a big day. So Savannah Jesse and Camden Anders, our Thompson Brooks Insurance players of the game. We'll take our final time. Well, actually, we'll have two more timeouts. We'll come back. We'll give you a box score recap of this game, and then take a look at the scoreboard from other games around the country, as well as the games that have already been completed here in Newark at the CUSA Championship. We're heading to the post game. Liberty wins 9-0 over Louisiana Tech here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner, presented by Abish Financial Services.
Rogers Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Plumbing. Your certified Generac backup generator experts. Online at callrogers.com.
At Carter Bank, we believe life is best lived full of opportunities and dreams, of goals achieved and promises kept. We've been creating opportunities for more people and businesses to prosper since 1974. That means great local lending, convenient access to your money, accounts and guidance that make it easier to get more done. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Flames Athletics. Visit carterbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
The Liberty Flames thank Segra for their support. Segra collaborates with companies to offer business-only, carrier-grade connectivity, cybersecurity, voice and cloud solutions tailored to meet their diverse needs. Segra offers these solutions across a fiber network that spans 28 states in the U.S. and is headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. They can be reached at Segra.com or 833-GO-SEGRA. Segra, a proud partner of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Thompson Brooks Insurance has been serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs. The team at Thompson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thompson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online at thompsonbrooksinsurance.com. Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow.
You've been listening to live play-by-play coverage of Liberty Lady Flames softball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. Time now for the Coca-Cola postgame report. Coke, taste the feeling.
And welcome back out to the Delaware Diamond here in Newark, Delaware. Liberty gets a 9-0 win over Louisiana Tech in 5 innings. And with the win, the Lady Flames will now play at approximately 2:30 tomorrow against WKU. When you take a look at the entire bracket earlier today in the elimination games, Sam Houston and New Mexico State hooked up, and New Mexico State won 3-0. And that ended Sam Houston's season. Louisiana Tech earlier today beat FIU 2-1. Again, those were the 2 elimination games. In the main bracket, Delaware and New Mexico State, it was Delaware 11-7. That was an exciting ball game. It looked like Delaware was going to run rule New Mexico State heading towards the 5th inning, but the lead was only as much as 7-0 at that time. And then New Mexico State came back with 7 straight runs to answer, including a grand slam to tie the game up at 7 apiece, before Delaware eventually went on to get the 11-7 victory. And the final game of the day, Liberty here over Louisiana Tech 9-0. Tomorrow at noon, Jack State, the number 1 seed, will play their first game against Delaware. The Flames will play the number 2 seed WKU at 2:30. And then in the losers bracket at 5 o'clock tomorrow, New Mexico State and La Tech will play. The loser of the two early games tomorrow would play the nightcap at approximately 7:30 tomorrow night. So Flames are hoping they're not in that game. They're hoping they get the win against WKU, and that would put them into Friday, a noon game on Friday. So it's either win tomorrow at 2:30 and play on Friday, or if you lose tomorrow, you're in an elimination game at 7:30, right back in the same spot that they're in today, which likely will not be 7:30. It'll probably be a little bit later than that. It's just hard to get 3 straight games to fall within that 2.5 hour range. It actually has to be about 2 hours because you need 30 minutes in between the games. It's just hard to get 3 straight games to all be 2 hours or less. So more than likely it would be a little bit later than that, as we saw today. Game got a late start as well. Matter of fact, I can tell you the start time. I don't believe that's correct. It's on here. It's listed as an 8 o'clock start time. Some misty rain off and on, including right now, over the course of this evening. And the temperature in the mid-60s, 66 at the moment. It's actually pretty much held steady throughout the course of the day. It's going to get colder overnight, down into the mid to low 50s. And then the weather the rest of the weekend, I think we're pretty good on rain until maybe Saturday is a possibility. But 66 for a high tomorrow, 67. Sunny, mostly sunny both days. And then the next chance of rain, which we avoided. There was no delays today because of rain. They got some rain earlier in the day, but not enough that it slowed down the noon game. And then, but there is an 80% chance of rain on Saturday. So whoever makes it into that winner-take-all championship on Saturday at noon, CBS Sportsnet might be dealing with a little bit of rain. As again, there's a pretty good chance. Early in the day, it gets a little bit less as the day goes along. So if you're planning ahead, and we certainly hope the Lady Flames are in that game on Saturday, they got some work to do between now and then. But regardless of what team you're rooting for, if you're going to be at the championship game on Saturday, you might want to bring a rain coat. You might want to bring a poncho, and plan on maybe it being a little bit longer of a day than it says on the schedule, because there's a chance that maybe things get moved around because of the weather by Saturday. But the next 2 days should be fine, and that's what we're worried about at this point. The Flames playing tomorrow at 2:30. Now, we've been talking about some other scores, and we'll do our final quick look at the box score as well as those other scores from around the country when we come back, because it was a busy day in the ACC, the SEC. I mean, there's just a ton of top 25 games, and multiple tournaments are going on. We certainly can't get to them all. Matter of fact, let's just mention the ones that we had been following a little bit. Virginia now leads Pittsburgh 2-0. I'm sorry, 2-1. They were trailing 1-0. Now they lead 2-1, and that shows the bottom of the 7th. So I got to assume that maybe they just had a walk-off to win that game, because the game would not need to continue with Virginia being the higher seed and the home team, leading 2-1 in the bottom of the 7th inning. But that's the score that we're showing at the moment. The game that's underway in the SEC, Georgia leads LSU 7-2 in the top of the 7th. So it looks like Georgia's going to get the win there. A small upset, 12-12 team in the SEC against an 13-11 team. So a tiny upset. SEC is taking place out in Lexington. One other game underway, our friends in the A-Sun. Florida Gulf Coast is up on North Alabama 9-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning. So those are games from around the region that are currently underway, and there are a ton of games that have gone final between all of them. I mean, I'm just scrolling down. There's got to be 100 games that took place today, and you can visit our friends over at d1softball.com, and they'll have all those scores for you if you want to see what all is happening around college softball. Also want to thank those that were tuning in on YouTube as well as Facebook Live. We see Jason was on YouTube, said he was watching Brooke Roberts from New Mexico. So he was saying hi from there. Also on Facebook Live, quite a few people tuning in and saying hi there as well as I pull this up, and we'll say some hi's back to them. And I tell you what, let me go ahead and give you, while I'm pulling up the Facebook hellos, give you a quick look at this final box score, and then we'll just go ahead and wrap things up on the broadcast today. It's continuing to rain a little bit, starting to get inside getting inside our tent up on top of the roof on some of the equipment. So we'll cut things a little short here. With the win, the Flames now even their record of 27-27 on the year. Louisiana Tech falls to 30-24. The final line, Louisiana Tech, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. The Flames, 9 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. Carrasquillo and Jesse each with home runs in the game. Savannah Jesse, she finished up with 5 RBIs in the ball game, including that 2-run homer, 2-run double, and a sac RBI fly. Ruby Fidge takes the loss. She's now 3-3 on the year. She pitched 2 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, all the runs earned, no walks, no strikeouts. Faced 13 batters. Allie Floyd came in relief, pitched 2/3 of an inning, gave up 3 hits, 5 runs, all earned. In facing 7 batters, Lainey Johnson got the final 2 innings in, only gave up 1 hit, no runs. Camden Anders gets the win for Liberty, pitched 5 innings, 3 hits, no runs, a couple of walks, and 6 strikeouts. Facing 18 batters in this run rule shortened game that the Flames win 9-0. So I want to say hello to William. He is listening in on Facebook tonight. Eric is in Ontario cheering on Abby Finley. Philip is in Maryland, probably not too far from here. Who else we got? Facebook's not playing nice with me at the moment. Here we go. Got a bunch of folks that were tuned in. Just haven't been able to see all the names. All right, here we are. Larry's down in Rockmart, Georgia. Lori's in Concord, Virginia. Julie's in Dublin, Georgia. Howard's in the Hill City. William in Rocky Mount. Kelly in Mississippi. Brian's asking where on Spotify. If you go to the Liberty Flames podcast on Spotify, and you can listen to the Liberty Softball show this week. You can also find it on the Liberty Flames YouTube page. We got Jason and Jack saying hi. Sherry's in Pennsylvania. Brian's in Alabama. Another Sherry is in Aruba. Ann is in Fairfax. Sharon's in Georgia. Patricia is rooting on Savannah Watley in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Jordan is in Pennsylvania. And I'm afraid I'm probably going to miss somebody here, as we have Sherry in Canada. And I think I got everybody that said hi to us. We'll say hi back to them. That's going to do it. Flames get the win, 9-0 over Louisiana Tech. They'll now play Western Kentucky tomorrow at 2:30 approximately in the winner's bracket of this Conference USA Championship. And depending on how that game goes, they'll either play tomorrow night, or if they win, they move through to Friday. Until we talk tomorrow, again, I want to thank everybody who made the broadcast possible. Joe Carmody and folks here at Delaware for getting us on the air, and our engineers back in Lynchburg for all their help as well. One final time, the Flames win 9-0 against Louisiana Tech. Until we chat with you tomorrow at 2:30, this is Jamie Hall saying so long and God bless.
Thanks for listening to live coverage of Liberty University softball from Van Wagner. on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services. This broadcast of Liberty Softball has been brought to you by Abish Financial Services, the official advisor of Liberty Flames Athletics. Liberty Softball has also been brought to you by Bojangles' famous chicken and biscuits. It's Bow Time. Carillion Clinic, inspiring better health. Carter Bank, life lived full. By Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. Crossroads Family Dentistry. Centra Health. Destination Bedford. By 11 West. Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Frank Good Builders. Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking for good with Freedom First today. By Gentry Lock Attorneys. The Good Feet Store. Haley's Appliance and Outdoors. Ironclad Coffee Roasters, craft roasted in Richmond, Virginia. By Larry's Tire and Auto Repair, preventative maintenance, repair, and service at multiple locations and at larrystireservice.com. The Liberty Bookstore, the official online store of Liberty Athletics. Lynchburg Nissan. Nobody beats our prices. Nobody. Peary Family Dentistry. By Rogers Heating and Cooling, servicing Greater Lynchburg's HVAC and electrical needs. Segra, offering customized business technology solutions at segra.com. And by Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow. The General Manager of Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment is Justin Metzger. Network Director Alan York. Coordinating producers Nick Pierce, Kyle Sykes, and Victoria Carter. I'm staff announcer Jeff Lawrence with a special thanks to Liberty University Athletics Director Ian McCaw, Senior Associate Athletics Director Robert Goodman, and Assistant Strategic Communications Director Joe Carmody. Liberty Flames Softball is an exclusive presentation from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, presented by Abish Financial Services.